So you've got 30 days till the LSAT and your score isn't where you want it to be. I'm going to share with you what to do with limited time to help you maximize your score in just 30 days, whether you're new to the LSAT or you've been at this for a while. First off, let me disclose, if you're brand new to the LSAT, don't try to do it all in just 1 month. Just don't do it. This is not a test that you can cram for. I'd instead recommend postponing to a later test date to allow much more time to achieve your fullest potential. That being said, if you're still here and you really want to take the LSAT in 30 days, ideally you've got the time to do nothing but study for the LSAT. Here's what I do based on my LASER approach to LSAT prep. LASER is an acronym standing for Learning, Accuracy, Sections, Exams, and Review, and it is the foundation of all of my LSAT study plans, the ones I offer for free on video here on YouTube or elsewhere in the LSAT Unplugged courses, where we create personalized day-by-day study plans for all of our students. If you're interested in having us create one for you as a student in our courses, you can check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. So that being said, the final 4 weeks before the LSAT, assuming you're brand new to it, week 1 is the learning phase. This is where you're going to focus on the most common question types. For example, in logical reasoning, that's going to be necessary assumption questions, inference questions, and flaw questions. We're not going to have you focus on the rare question types that hardly ever show up. Since every question's worth the same, we want to focus on the lowest hanging fruit. Since this is a triage situation, there are roughly 15 different types of logical reasoning questions. You can't cover all of them in depth in just 1 week. We're going to focus on what's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck in limited time. In reading comprehension, we're going to focus on the general global questions like main idea, primary purpose, passage organization, best title, tone, and author's opinion. In week 2, we're going to focus on the accuracy phase of the LASER approach. This is where you drill questions by type to get a better understanding of the proper perspective from which to view each section and each question type. So for example, those 15 different types of logical reasoning questions, you want to make sure that you have a solid understanding of the distinction between necessary assumption questions and sufficient assumption questions, for example, or the difference between must be true questions and most strongly supported questions. The differences are subtle yet important, and this is a large part of what LSAC is testing in the logical reasoning section. Then in week 3, we move on to timing with individual sections to work on your pacing. So in logical reasoning, again, for example, you have a general order of difficulty over the course of the section. The first 10 questions are your relatively easier ones. You want to speed through those to build up a time bank that you can then apply to the tougher questions that truly need it. Every question's worth the same, so focus on the easiest questions first, secure those points, then move on to the tougher questions that are truly going to need that extra time. Then finally, week 4, you work on full-length timed exams to help build your endurance, and you're mixing in R for review in between each timed section and in between each full-length timed exam. Again, hopefully you are doing nothing with your time but studying for the LSAT in this final month. If so, I'm going to recommend that you take 2 tests in that final week, maybe even 3, but not on consecutive days, because I don't want you to burn out, and I want you to have sufficient time to review all of these timed sections and full-length exams that you're doing to make sure that you are extracting the lessons and key takeaways from the questions that you're completing so that you can understand what mistakes you're making and why. Maybe you drill your weak areas on the side, you shore up your foundation with any concepts you weren't totally clear on so that you can improve with each subsequent section and exam that you do in the lead up to the big day. And then of course, I want you to take the day before off the exam itself to rest so you walk into the exam feeling cool and calm and ready to crush it. Now, hopefully you are not brand new to the LSAT, so if you've been studying for a while, I'm going to share what you should be doing with your final month before the test. Hopefully, the learning phase and the accuracy phase are already taken care of. Now your prep is primarily a mix of timed sections, full-length exams, and reviewing in depth. So for you, the final 30 days are all going to be pretty much the same. In weeks 1 through 4 of the final 4 weeks before the test, you're going to focus on taking an exam on day 1. You'll review it on day 2. You'll do 2 timed sections on day 3. On day 4, you're going to review those 2 timed sections. Day 5, you take an exam. Day 6, you review it. And day 7, you take the day off. With any weak areas that you discover, you can drill them on the side to review the fundamentals. Any gaps that you're missing, you clean those up. Then, of course, the day before the big exam itself, you take the day off, again, just like before, to rest so that you walk in feeling cool and calm and ready to crush that test. Now, of course, these are general study plans. At LSAT Unplugged, we will give you a personalized day-by-day study plan for all of our students. along with, of course, access to our live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. You can check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. And if you found this video helpful, please do me a favor and share it with someone who needs to see it. I don't do any advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out. So you're spreading the word really does make a difference. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.